Like I'm telling you, the biggest proof that what we're saying is true is your local mall. See, we don't have to do a lot of talking. Anybody listening to us right now can go to your local mall this evening and just go to the food court and sit there and watch the people go by. That's all you have to do. Don't make a scene. Don't say anything. Don't stir up anything. Don't cause a ruckus. Get your ice cream cone. Get you some tortillas and some dip or something, or get yourself a bagel or whatever you want to do, and sit there at that food court and watch the folks go by, and it'll prove out what we're saying. Mm-hmm. They have been actually invaded and made into this hodgepodge of a being that these spirits will absorb into you through doorways.
Right.
I'll tell you a few doorways. Hurts, things that were done to you as a child, like molestation, rape. You were exposed to hideous things like murders, horror films, anything that was just so unbearable that it almost overwhelmed you with the intensity of it is a doorway.
Right.
Lust is a doorway. Pornography. Hugh Hefner has infected and affected hundreds of thousands of guys with filthy spirits of lust down through the years.
And there ain't too many guys that haven't been susceptible to that.
Exactly.
Not, okay, who has never looked at a Playboy magazine and masturbated at a girl? All that's real. Okay, that's a major door.
That's a doorway for these beings to get in and then begin to do what they're after. And we'll get here in a minute as to what they're after and how they're going to take over the world. And you know what makes this so unbelievable? Mm-hmm. That it sounds so unbelievable.
But yet, we'll go to the movies and watch all this spiritual stuff that's coming through Star Wars. The latest one is Indiana Jones. Mm-hmm. The latest Indiana Jones movie is all about these aliens from another planet that come and basically use mind control on people. The whole what the bad guy or the bad gal in that movie was after was this power that was going to give her the ability to read people's minds and to manipulate their minds. It was all through mind control, and it's all alien based. It's all, you go to Star Wars, and that's all basic Eastern mysticism, to where they have the Force and levitation, and all these things are coming. And we just sit there and it's like, Star Trek, all this stuff, fantasy crazy, but it's all, when you get down to the real, this is really happening for real, and nobody wants to believe it. That's the devil's, a perfect stroke by the devil, was to feed us all this fantasy junk so that when the truth is presented to you,
that's ridiculous. But just like when the planes hit those buildings and on 9/11, everybody was standing like that. That was just like a movie. I can't believe that really happened. Because see how the mind has been programmed through video games. Do you know a display in a tank or in a fighter jet was just like a video game? To detach the pilots and the soldiers from killing massive amounts of people because they're used to doing it through watching video games their whole life.
It appears inanimate, but it's really people there.
It's really people there because they did that to program people to kill with no remorse. So here we are, we're in a time frame like no other, and it's time to wake up, folks. We're trying to shake folks awake to realize these are spirit beings operating behind the scenes who don't want the truth to be told.
Right.
We're battling with everything we've got to get out videos here on over the internet, and asking folks to support us and get with us, get on board to carry this thing around the world one time for a harvest so we can get out of here. And these invaders, now these Nephilim, which are, like I said, hybrids, they're a mixture of fallen angel who came and assimilated women, and they created these heroes. And you see depiction of them in history, Apollo and Mercury and Mars and Jupiter and Zeus and Hercules and all this stuff are actually prototypes of these types of beings that actually enslaved the humans under them because they were strong men. They were men of renown.
Right.
They were heroes. They were strong, big monstrosities. titans, as it were, who rule the human race.
Right.
And now these things get inside of people, and that's the very essence of becoming a star.
Right.
A star. A celestial being. You see what I'm saying? That's what they call them, stars.
Right.
Stars, music stars, video stars, political stars. These beings get into people, and they give almost a hypnotic aura to these folks that draw you to them.
Right.
And you can't even understand, why am I so into this person? It's because of the strong, powerful, mental, telepathic powers these things have to control your mind.
This is right. And the more famous these people are, you can bet that the more filled they are with these powers from these fallen spirits, from these demon spirits. Football players, baseball players, these are the heroes today. This is where these heroes that he's talking about in the Bible right here in Genesis chapter 6, from 6,000 years ago, fast forward to today, these are the heroes. These are the heroes that we have today. Some of these people, the things they do are, you look at some of these football players today, you see how, as we've gone through the last 3 decades or so, the guys right now playing linebacker for any NFL team would have been on the defensive line back in the 60s and 70s. These guys are huge. They're turning into these almost like monstrosities.
The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, the androgynous look of them.
Right.
Hair draped down their backs, out of their helmets. They take their helmet off with 2-loop earrings on.
Right.
And then, with little Aunt Your Mama head rags on.
This is the devil.
How do you get
This is real, though.
a 250-pound muscle man looking like Aunt Jemima with earrings on?
Troy Polamalu. You hear the guy talk. There's no masculinity about the inside of him at all. It's just and you see him always on every play doing a sign of the cross because he's Roman Catholic. Mix that with all that Polynesian. Man, you're talking about a hodgepodge of spiritual madness in these people.
And what we're not doing is we're not condemning anyone. This is by way of revelation,
Right.
not condemnation.
Because there's a lot. I mean,
We're praying everybody gets saved.
these were just people. Okay,
Right.
what it is this takeover is basically taking over a person to the point where the more they feed that thing, the more they worship the thing that's in them, then it's getting to a point where you finally get to where the Bible talks about a reprobate mind, where you cannot retrieve these people. And we're saying, turn all these people playing football. These were just guys. They were a 7-year-old kid playing flag football in the rec league at some point in time. They were just kids, just like me and you were. But this thing is taking over people, and the takeover is becoming faster, and it's becoming more intense as we get closer to the end of the age. And we have to acknowledge that the fact that there is the age is going to end. And New Age teaching even teaches it. They believe that the age of Pisces, they call it, which is now they're saying is going to end, and then there's going to be a new age of Aquarius. See, there's a little bit of truth that's mixed into all this other stuff, but we got to come to the Bible to find the real truth.
And the age of Aquarius, you remember the Fifth Dimension used to sing about it back in the 70s or whatever. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, where love will guide the planets and peace will steer the stars or whatever. See, that's the utopian age that they're looking for. And you may be hearing the leading edge of this. People are calling political figures the Messiah and the One. See, it's coming. It's coming like a freight train.
Man. This is
It's
real.
coming like a freight train. I love it.
Yeah.
I was born for this. I've been waiting all my life for the end of the age. So
Because the actual truth is, there is actually going to be a utopia, but that's the kingdom of God coming in filling His people and basically ending this perverted
reign of terror. That's what this is.
Yeah.
It's a reign of terror.
It's all a lie and a deception. It's an illusion, and they're going to make it look like it's going to be nice. We're going to solve all these problems. We're going to have health care. We're going to be curing diseases. All these things are going to be happening, so it would seem, but it's not going to be real.
Finally, a world of peace. No wars, no famine. The man of sin, the Bible calls him, the son of perdition, which means destruction. And it's right on schedule.